Okay, so my name is Martin Jacobus van Vieren, but Americans call me Marco. So I'm from South Africa, from Pretoria. I've been here in the US for like a year and 1 month, like 13 months almost. Okay, so what I do in America is I like going hiking. I'm really adventurous. Like I like doing fun stuff. I like going to New Jersey. I just like doing a lot of things, like things I wouldn't normally do back home. I go hiking a lot. I go do sightseeing. Like I go to the city sometimes. I like ice skating. I just did ice skating the other day at City Hall.
So then tell us a little bit about how being in the au pair program has helped with your life goals or maybe influenced you to change them in some way.
Well, it helped me to to know how to raise kids one day if I have my own, and it also taught me like the responsibility of kids. It's just helped me a lot to almost, it's almost like as if I was a parent, like I'm still a parent myself. I'm a kid, but I'm a parent. Being an au pair. But yeah, it helped me so much to understand how kids work and like what their needs are and how to take care of them.
Awesome. What do you see yourself doing after the au pair program is finished?
After the au pair program is finished, I would like to go back home and pursue my dream of becoming an actor, because I did an acting course in South Africa before I came here. Like I want to do like the money that I make. I want to take that back home and maybe start my own business or like just buy a house or something like that. I want to do a really responsible thing because it's really hard owning a house or something in South Africa, a car or whatever, because it's so expensive. It's really, really hard to do something like that at a young age. So yeah, when I go home, I'm gonna be like 21. So like at age 21, owning a house or a car or your own business is a pretty big deal. So that's a few of my goals that I would like to accomplish when I go back home.
Obviously, you grew up speaking English in South Africa. So what made you choose to come to the United States? A lot of times, the language is a big factor for people.
Yeah, so English was not that big of a factor for me.
yeah, obviously.
I grew up with English. Just the fact that I was working in before I started working at a school in South Africa. In my community, I just wanted to give back to the community while I was in school, and I did some I really liked helping with kids and like just working with kids. So I then thought, let me go work at a school, and I started working at a school in South Africa, and I transported the kids from their school to their like extramural activities like hockey, tennis, rugby, which is almost like football. Netball, all kinds of stuff like that, like swimming and stuff like that. And then I became a teacher at the school. I was the gymnastics teacher that would teach the kids like motor gross skills, like physical development and stuff like that. And I just saw the opportunity of coming to the US, because it's always been my dream to come to the US. So I just thought, let me just do that then and go to the US, experience the US, work with American kids, and just see how American culture is on the side.
And what have you learned about American culture? Like, was there anything that was surprising to you?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that surprised me. Well, I put it, yeah, like Americans, like growing up, we never threw away food. We were never allowed to leave the table before our food was finished, because, well, not because it's Africa, but I mean, just that you never throw away food and stuff like that. So seeing how much food the Americans throw away was a bit shocking. What else? Let me see. And also the culture that Americans have of like celebrating stuff like with their friends and everything. It's such a big thing here in the US. It's really nice. I like it. When I go back, am I going to do it? Most definitely, yeah. I know someone in the acting industry. She's a acting teacher, so I actually did one of my courses with her the first time. So I'd like to do that when I go back. Or I decided before I do that, maybe for a year when I go back to South Africa, I'll do that. And then after that year, I'm going to go to China maybe, or Thailand or the Netherlands to do like teaching or repairing. It doesn't matter, just to go see another country. Because that's what happened with me when I came here in the US. We would go all these places, and I traveled back home in September, and after that, the traveling bug just bit me, so I just want to go all over the world now.
Yeah.
And I know it's not impossible. I know it's not impossible anymore, so I used to think that it's impossible, but it's not. So.
Would you say that the au pair program is a good way for people to travel if that's what they want to do?
If you have time for it, yeah. If you're lucky enough to have a good family like mine, who travels a lot and goes on vacation a lot, yes, it is. So yeah, I mean, we're going to. This Thursday, we're leaving to go to Jamaica for 5 days. It's just, if you're lucky enough to have a really awesome family like I do, yes, it is really nice to travel a lot, and you are going to want to travel more because you get to see more places and you get to do more things. Coming to the US, it was a big step for me because it's something, I'm the first person in my family to do something like this in history. So, I mean, it was a big step for me coming alone. It just taught me that I don't need my family to accomplish my dreams. Well, obviously I do, but I mean, like, I don't need them all the time. That's the thing. So if I wanted to do something, I know that they wouldn't be in my way. They would support me. Also that, like, I can do anything. After that I came to the US, I know that anything is possible. I can do anything that I want to do. Like, nothing can hold you back. You just have to have the willpower to do anything you want to do, and you'll be able to accomplish that.
And, I mean, do you feel like kind of just being out on your own is what made you feel that way?
Yeah, it did. Because I used to live with my parents before I came to the US. Because I was out of school for a year, and then I came to the US. So, yeah, it just made me feel that I can do anything that I want to do. It's not impossible. It's actually better doing things on your own, because normally a lot of people rely on their parents to help them with everything. And just knowing that I did this on my own, with my own money that I saved up. Because in South Africa, I don't know if you guys know, but in South Africa we also pay a fee to be an au pair. So it took me like a few months, like almost a year, to save up enough money for this program. So yeah, just knowing that I did that by myself, it's not really that hard to achieve stuff in your life. You just really need to work really hard, which I like, because I like working hard and I like accomplishing things.
I think all of us like to accomplish things, right?
Yeah, because I like making my parents proud.
Yeah, for sure. So do you feel like your host family has changed since you've arrived?
Honestly, like, I feel so much like I'm part of the family. I don't even notice the changes that we go through. It just feels like a normal family to me. It doesn't feel like someone I work for, so I see all the stuff that changes. It just, like, everything is like almost like at my house in South Africa. It's, I don't know how to put this. It's just, I'm so comfortable here. I don't notice the changes that take place, because it's like a functioning household. It's just, it feels normal to me. So I don't notice the changes that takes place.
That's good, though.
When I went to South Africa, I missed them so much.
Yeah.
It's like part of me back, and like part of my family in the US. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Do you feel like there are things that you have been able to accomplish here that you didn't see yourself accomplishing before?
Not seeing myself accomplishing, but like, I did a lot of stuff that I never thought that I would do, and a lot of stuff that I thought I would do later in the future, because it's so much money that everything costs. But I definitely saw myself doing a few things that I wouldn't have done in the upcoming 5 or 10 years. Like, I did July we went to Key West. I did I did skydiving.
Wow.
I also did, it was amazing. I would do it anytime again. I did skydiving. I did jet skiing. It's not that big of a deal, but like I wouldn't see myself doing jet skiing because I live in the city in South Africa and it's really far from the coast and we don't really have that many lakes and stuff like that close to where I live. I also did parasailing and I did snorkeling in I forgot the name of this reef, but it's in Key West. I also went to the Caribbean islands. I'm going to Jamaica this upcoming week. I just think that I've done a lot. I've traveled more than I've traveled in my whole life, like since I've been here in the US. It's just like that's one of the things that I've noticed about American culture, that Americans travel so much, like fly here and fly there. Normally in South Africa we would just drive.
Mm-hmm.
But here in America it's so much easier to just fly.
It's true.
It's just so amazing. It's a really, really good opportunity in life. It teaches you so much. It teaches you responsibility. It teaches you how to be independent. It teaches you how to be reliable. It just teaches you so many things. It teaches you how to save money, because that's one of the most important things in life, that you need money. And being an au pair, you know how to work with money, because not much money, but it's enough. So just knowing that the money that you deserve, you learn how to save, how to do things on your own, because pretty much in the US you're on your own, because you don't have, except for some people like au pairs that's from Colombia and stuff like that, not all of them, but some of them have family here in the US, so it's easier for them, but like me from South Africa, I have no family here at all, so it just teaches you how to do everything like literally for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really good. And you get to see so many things. It's such an amazing experience. So I would definitely recommend another au pair to do this.
Some of the questions that come up too, sometimes people don't realize, you're getting a weekly stipend, but you're also getting free housing. You're getting, free transportation to and from the airport. You're got your driving insurance covered if your family needs you to drive. So we talk a little bit about kind of the benefits. It's not all just getting paid like a job, but you're also getting like tuition money and stuff like that. Like you get the $500 a year education money that you can use. Like I did. This is one of the questions you didn't ask me. Well, the classes that I've done is I did a class for Niagara Falls in June. Like it was around about my birthday, like really close to my birthday. It was just 2 days from my birthday, I think. I went to Key West, to Niagara Falls, and it was such an amazing experience. I never thought that it would be that beautiful. Like some au pairs get cars, which is a really good thing. So you can, on your off days, you can do whatever you want to do, travel. You can go where you want to go. Like you get your own room, you get your own, like some au pairs have their own bathroom. Some have to share, but it's not the end of the world, because in South Africa I used to share a bathroom with 6 siblings. So, not siblings, but like 3 siblings and like 2 other cousins and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, it's just such a good thing. You don't have to pay for your food. Some people pay for your toiletries, like your shampoo and your stuff like that, which is really, really helpful. Most of the money that you make, you just have to save, and you can spend it on whatever you want to. It really helps a lot with the stuff that they do for you, like paying for all this stuff. It really helps a lot. Yeah, so since we didn't talk about it, do you want to tell me a little bit about your classes that you've taken here?
The classes that I took here, I took a class at Pierce College in Philadelphia. It was about Niagara Falls. We learned about the history of Niagara Falls and like what happened over the years, about the boat that's stuck in the river. I did a class in Albany as well, Albany, New York. That was just about like a lot of stuff. It was about acting, about we had to choose the classes over there, so it wasn't like a specific thing that we did like at Pierce College. But yeah, it was really fun. It was a whole weekend that we didn't work. You leave on the Friday. The first one at Pierce College, I had class with 3 Sundays, and then you go away for a whole weekend from the Friday to the Sunday. You go to Niagara Falls. The other one is you leave at Friday and you come back on Sunday as well. But yeah, it was really fun. You get to meet a lot of people, a lot of people.
Do you feel like it was maybe easier to acclimate to American culture because it is similar? It wasn't like maybe as huge of a culture shock as it is for other people?
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly the same. English I expected because I'm used to English. Like people from China, like Chinese au pairs and stuff like that. Or other au pairs like I don't know countries. I don't want to name any countries and offend anyone. So people from countries where they don't really speak English that much, it's really hard for them. I know like a Chinese au pair that really isn't that good in English, and it was really tough for her to au pair because of her language problem that she had, because the host family couldn't understand her and she couldn't understand them. So yeah, I think it's really hard for them. It really helps them to come to the US and like really practice their English.
Yeah.
I think it's really helpful for them.
Is there anything that you would tell a host family who's thinking about getting an au pair?
A lot of people are against having au pairs because I think it's they think, how can you have someone in your house that you don't even know? They should just know that them having an au pair, the au pair doesn't know them either. Like the au pair knows no one in the US, obviously. It's their first time here, maybe not. They should just know that it's nothing that they think it is. It's really not that bad. Like American people getting an au pair, they still have their family, they still have everything to fall back on here in the US. So they should not think that it's really actually weird having an au pair, because it's not, because most of the time you really become part of the family. You guys feel like you actually feel like family to each other. Also, having a male au pair, being a male au pair, it's really hard getting a host family as a male. It's actually really helpful having a male au pair sometimes. It's exactly the same as having a female au pair. Some people are like, buddy, can you trust a guy around your kids? Yes, you can trust a guy around your kids. I mean, why would you apply for the job if you're not capable of doing it?
Yeah.
So it's just really think about them as well, not just about the fact that it's a guy or it's a weird person from a different country. Just know that they're going to a foreign country too, and it's also going to be hard on them.
Well, thank you so much for doing this interview, and I hope you have a blast in Jamaica.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you very much.